Alright guys, so the last video left off with me getting the Jeep into the garage here, so this is kind of how it sits. I got a little lazy with filming, so kind of started on some other stuff, but started getting some cardboard cutouts of the floors, and then so we can get that. I got a bunch of metal there, some 18 gauge, so once I get this all cut out off the almost weld a piece that goes across there, depending on how the trans tunnel comes out, but then I'll get Buddy can bead roll them for me, so I'll have him do that. But get you guys what I'm started on now. Starting on the wheel wells here, using thicker metal, so when the tire explodes it doesn't just blow through the 18 gauge metal like it did before. And then I can get that welded up and then kind of build off from there. So basically have a piece cut for this that I'll weld to almost the old wheel well, which ties into the body as well, and then tie into these points here, which hopefully strengthen it up. Basically do one top piece, one side piece, and then one on the front there. And then all the other stuff should be easy. It's kind of a pain in the ass to cut this thick steel, but we're getting through it. All I got is an angle grinder, so, but gotta work with what I got. All right, so we got the top pieces in. Probably just gonna weld fully on the sides here and around this, and then I'll probably tack this part. So I'm not sure how this side piece is gonna lay up, but probably time lapse it for you, just so you can't critique my welding. I'm a grinder, not a welder. So here we go. Oh, yeah. Alright, so I don't really know how I'm going to fill that corner, but I'll probably have to just cut a little chunk of metal, but this will all get grinded down, so don't judge me. But now we're going to do the same on this side, and then we'll start going on this piece to where we'll probably end up tacking here, just so it's connected to here, and then this piece I'll probably end up drilling holes, almost doing a spot weld, and then leaving a little bit of gap, probably spot welding it here too, so then I can weld my floor, butt it up right under there. So we'll get to that. I probably won't time lapse it, but you guys get the gist. It's fucking smoky in here. Gotta flip on the old fan, that's for sure. But we're getting there. Hopefully we don't die. So we're gonna start on the side panel here. Actually gonna grab a couple chunks of metal here. Base it up. Works good. This thing's even a straight cut. I got a scrap piece, so we'll see. Fuck. We're gonna have to grind this down, and then I think it'll lay pretty flat. Alright, so we got the first one marked out roughly what it's gonna be. So we'll get that cut out, test fit it, see how it does, and then probably do the other side. I got another sheet. It's all scrap wood, or basically scrap metal from this place where you buy it by the pound, so it's a lot cheaper. So I mean, they're all different sizes, but it is what it is. So we'll get this cut out and then mock her up and see how it fits. The old egg shape. Not bad. Oh yeah. Let's see how she fits. Throw you guys in my holder. Trying to leave a little gap, then I can weld this to that. See, she fits pretty damn good. A little bit of a lip there, but even with it spaced up, let's see that. So that's about, I'd say almost a 1/4 inch gap. She's flush to here, which should, this will bump up. I'd say that's fucking perfect. Yeah, we're gonna run that. And then we'll just mark out where I need to drill for my spot welds. And we should be good to just send her. We'll get the other side cut out and then probably catch back up. Alright, fellas, we got her semi-welded in. I got the spot welds, I think down here. I'm gonna drill out some holes. Might be kind of a bitch now, but basically spot weld it. Closer intervals to the bottom. Same on this side, and then when I bring the 18 in, I can just weld the 18 to here and here. And that way I'm not running a giant bead across there, because I don't really think I need to. But other notes, I don't know if any of you guys know how to weld or welders or whatnot, but this thing is like frosted up. So I don't know if that's a fine or a bad thing or what, but I just got a new tank, so I don't think it's the tank, but who knows. If anyone knows what's going on with that, you can feel free to drop a comment and let me know. We got both sides. We got the top fully welded. Or not, I missed a spot. Fuck. Well, we got the top almost welded. The front panel's tacked in, spot welded. I still gotta basically weld there, weld the top, weld the side, and then I'll box this in here. Same on the other side. But after that, bunch of grinding. Grind all this down. And then from there we can move on to probably the floor. I don't know if I start with the floor or the firewall first. I'm not really sure. Probably end up doing the firewall maybe, at least these pieces I have. We can get those cut out, and then I think I'll basically try to see if I can find someone with a, what is it called, a brake? I think it's a brake or whatever bends like a piece of metal. So I kind of want to basically just make a square box around this that I can unbolt in case I need to, say, pull the transmission or even access some stuff back there. But we'll see. Black Friday's coming up, so plan on getting a bunch of shit then. Hopefully save some money and who knows, speed up the build a little bit because I can put all the stuff on the shelf. Still got to figure out what I'm doing. 6.0 I got's kind of junk. Let's see. Fucking pistons are just caked. It was fucking seized, so I had to break it free. I mean, all the bearings look good and whatnot. I mean, I'll get new rockers, springs, all that stuff. So, but I don't know. That's a later on part. I do have the 5.3 that's in it right now, so we can probably just end up using that, and then I don't know if time comes. I mean, I can get a 6.0 for a couple $100, so it's not like it's really a deal breaker. But that's the plan, so we'll keep going at it and go from there. Alright, so we got the one side done. Did it in one disc too, which is kind of surprising. But we got a couple spots kind of expected here that I'll have to re-weld, but this was super high, kind of like that side that I just filled with weld. But other than that, we're gonna jump to the other side and do the same. I probably won't record that because it's pretty much the same thing. And then from there, I got just all sorts of shit. There's one thing I can tell you, get good at welding, because that extra weld you put on there, you're gonna have to grind off. So just keep that in mind if you're doing this shit. But basically here, I didn't grind it down basically just flat here, because I'll seam seal that, and on the other side for water, because it is a wheel well. So I don't plan to drive it in the rain, but if it's raining and I'm driving it, then we're gonna have a problem. So we're gonna try to prevent that. A little update, I've kind of just been going at it, haven't been filming much, but switched up and did these two patch panels on the side here. Had to do the curb for this one, but it turned out pretty good. Now I just gotta decide if I'm gonna wait on going for the back, because I'm gonna hopefully get a sheet that'll fit the long way, and then I can just bend a straight 90 down to there to continue this along here. But I'm gonna move on to the front here for the meantime. So I'm basically, focus here, just gonna follow the outline I have, and then right around here I'll try to just cut it straight. This is like 50, I think it's like 58 from like where I boxed in there to boxed in here. And the sheets are, I think they're 48 by 30. So I'll have 2 inches. So I should be able to meet in the middle there. And then depending on how the trans tunnel turns out, I will either cut it out or just leave it how it is, and I'll have a little flat part towards the back, because the drive shaft shouldn't hit it, but not really sure yet. I'd like to ideally get a drive shaft loop in there just in case, because I mean that is like right next to where I'll be, so but that's a future thing. But so we're gonna start getting some templates made for that and then cut out that metal. Should be pretty identical on both sides, and then cut those out and then probably end up calling it a night, but we'll see. All right, so we got a good amount of stuff done today. We got the floors pretty much mocked up, and that's pretty much how they're gonna be. I got this piece welded in, just did some spot welds, and then we'll tie the rear floor into it. So basically, got to draw out what I want bead rolled, and then I can get these bead rolled. But probably end up getting these two done at least, and then maybe, I mean, it's a holiday weekend, so I'm not sure if the metal place will be open or not, but maybe they are open on Friday and I can pick up a bigger sheet for the rear. But other than that, big scores. I don't know if you guys know, but one of the fancy things about these old Jeeps, they come built-in bottle openers, so yeah, so it makes it easier for drinking and driving, you know. They really designed them well back in the day. So check her out. We got the floors all cut right, and then we got it laid out for getting bead rolled, along with the firewall there, the partial firewall. So that's all good, and then we're gonna start making these pieces here. I'll basically do a channel, or angle iron I guess it's called, and then I'll lay a piece of, I'll do something like just basically an L to tie in there, so then this will be all enclosed. Same on the other side, and then we'll probably start cutting out some of this rust and redoing this little V here, along with on the other side here. I got this side's a little worse, so I got here, and then on here I don't know if I'm gonna cut that out and then cut this out and replace both. But I mean, if I'm gonna have to try to blend paint, then I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter how much I do. It's not like I really have to get it perfect. I mean, kind of going with the patina look. Also, I gotta kind of fix this. This is kind of all messed up, but kind of fucked the windshield. I didn't cover it. Now it's all gritty from the grinding dust and shaving. So I don't know if I can sand the glass with like a 3000 grit sandpaper or something, or might just have to get a new windshield. I mean, they're kind of hard to find. I might be able to find another one, but I'll kind of get to that part when that time comes. It isn't the end of the world if my windshield's a little dirty. So, but we're gonna start on those pieces, and then who knows what. It's Thanksgiving right now, so everything's fucking closed. I'm not gonna go wait in line for a piece of angle iron, but that's what we got going on for now. Alright, so little update. It's a little noisy. I got the heater going. She's a little chilly. It's up to 40 now, but it's like 15 degrees outside, so but I'll let that run until it gets a little warm. But we got this panel made across here, which will tie into here. Basically make it one flat square, so I'll have to match it on the other side. match it on this. I'm not sure if I'm going to cut this. I do got that bar right there. I'm going to just weld it to this or weld it to the bar underneath and just kind of stitch it along here or not. But I think for now, because the heater's right where I'm going to be working, I'm going to grind all this down, get this all good and finished. Same on the other side. And then probably inside here, grind this down quick, all those spot welds, and then go from there. So alright, so check her out. You got this side pretty much done. I gotta trim the bottom a little bit on that one to kind of match the line, make this new piece. But this side I got this patched, and this I might grind this down, put another square, because it's a little, you probably can't really notice, but it's a little recessed. But and I also got this panel for the most part. Might have to do a little more hammering on it. I think it's a little kinked, but that's gonna be all I'm doing for today. I think that's gonna be it for this video. In the next one, we'll probably finish that part. I'll get all this stuff sent out to get bead rolled, and then I'll start on the trans tunnel and finishing up the firewall. So that's it. We'll see you guys next time.